All right, guys. So we're going to start the actual Monday morning portion with a look at Courtland Guillory here a little bit on the second big play, the first one against him on the Cam Coleman deep ball, and we'll look at the next play as well. So here, like I said, for the one of you that was busy working or something Saturday didn't see this, here it is. Just it's not quite max protect like we saw on the first one, where Oklahoma got Gentry Williams and Peyton Bowen kind of over the top. I'm sorry, Auburn got them over the top. This one is a little different, and they don't show it on the TV broadcast. There's an all-22, and as I explained last night, that's just something I've been asked not to make use of, and that's fine. I can use it for context. What you see on all 22 is about the time. It's basically Courtland Guillory thinks it's going to be an out or a crosser, like something. He's setting up to break forward. And as he does, Coleman just never stops. He's a dead sprint. And by the time Guillory figures it out, changes direction, and it's headed up vertically with him, he's lost a couple steps. And you can see it when the ball is. So I would guess about here is where Guillory was when. For those who couldn't see my marker. Sorry, I had a small break. I have a whistle emergency in my house for some reason. And he's getting ready to break it down there, and instead, again, you have this gap here between the two players. So it's just a little tough. And again, I can't say it enough. Cam Coleman is going to be a first-round pick in 18 months. Like, that's going to happen. Get your mind right about it. He's really, really good. And look at Guillory. That Jackson Arnold throws the ball to make it possible for this to happen, but Guillory does a great job attacking the ball. There's a lot of receivers that this would be a PBU. He'd break that up. Cam Coleman's so big and strong and long that he just snags the ball and holds it and comes down with it. It's a catch. He's one of those few guys that can make that kind of play. So credit to him. So I am not kidding when I say alignment. And I believe I've got to watch this guy. I believe that's Malcolm Simmons down there on the bottom. I'm almost certain they run the exact same thing again, except to this time you've got Horatio Fields up here, and Guillory doesn't bite as hard on it. Like he sees it coming, fights him up the field, and is in good position. If that ball's in bounds, I feel like that's at worst for Oklahoma. That's a pass breakup. I see. Okay, here it is. I didn't realize they got back to it. Let's see here. Okay, so here you see Guillory's watching him. He's playing. He's pretty committed to the outside. He's shading pretty hard on an inside technique, and he looks like and that's what he seems to be thinking. But if you're going to play it that way, you almost have to leave room for this. And again, this is my understanding. If there's somebody out here who knows better, absolutely tell me. That's perfect. Okay. But it's my understanding that if he's going to shade it this hard inside, he's got to be almost, like you kind of prepare for the worst, or hope for the best, prepare for the worst kind of thing. Like that, like he's thinking inside route, but he plays it inside too. Like his head's telling him inside, 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 where let the technique tell you this, and then I'm going to play it to where he's going to go vertical on me. And so I think he just gets caught in two minds there. But, yeah, so anyway. But, again, what I was going to say before they got back into that was the thing I've been so impressed with Courtland Guillory so far about this is his resilience. Like, you talk about the great corners, the really elite guys, they get beat. I don't care how good you are, you get beat. You know, I think about guys like Champ Bailey and Darrell Revis and, you know, Patrick Surtain now. I mean, they get beat, and sometimes they get beat bad. Like, it happens. The guys who are really great come back, and the next play it's washed, and they're gone, and they're moving forward. Like, the board is clean, we start over again. And again, whether Courtland Guillory becomes one of those guys, I don't know. I have no idea. But what I do see is a guy that has the maturity to not sit there and be in his head about it. Like, okay, next play, next play, next play. Like, he's been that way through 4 games now. And again, this is one, and Brent Venables talked about it in the postgame. This is not going to be a game he wants to remember fondly. But I think he had more of an opportunity to show himself, like getting down on himself, having a problem, and I don't think he did that. I think he just kept fighting, and he fought against a really good receiver, and that really good receiver got him more times than he got. But I will say, and I know I'm dragging on here with not really showing anything, a couple of false starts here for Auburn. The thing I will add is that he just kind of continued, like I said, he continued to fight, but people are going to focus on the 2. I mean, guys, it's 2 completions. He gave up 2 completions to Cam Coleman. And then he had a couple of PIs. No question about it. Those things happen too, and that's on him. At the same time, there's a lot of plays where he's not, like, you don't notice him. And I think people get so focused on what they can see, they don't realize when a player's out of sight that in all likelihood he was doing what he wanted, you know, doing what he should have been doing, because if he wasn't, they'd be throwing it to Cam Coleman again. Like, that's clearly a matchup they thought they liked, and they wanted to go at it. And they had some success, there's no question. But I don't think it's as bad as everyone wants to tell themselves.